illegal confiscation of the truck. The second petition is petition from my constituents by Mr. Sunday Ashoke and two others against the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps over alleged looting, reckless and malicious vandalization of a truck belonging to Mr. Sunday Ashoke with registration number LSR 04SG by men of NSCDC at Asaba Command Corps in 2017. He prayed that the Senate should look into the matter and compel NSCDC to compensate him accordingly. The third, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues, is a petition from Engineer Abubakar Abdullahi, Chairman Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics, Kaduna Polytechnic Chapter, against the management of Kaduna Polytechnic for non-compliance to regularize the appointment of engineer technologist staff employed in 2019 and 2020 to date, in line with the enhanced entry point of engineers in the public services approved by the Federal Executive Council through the National Council of Establishments in 2018 and gazetted by the head of civil service of the Federation. This petitioner prayed that the Senate should look into the matter and mandate the management of Kaduna Polytechnic to implement the enhanced entry point of engineers as approved by the Federal Executive Council, place and promote them accordingly, and pay their 4-month salary arrears and 28 days in lieu of accommodation. These are the petitions, Mr. President, and with your permission, may I come forward to lay them.
Please proceed. The petitions are all referred to the Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions to revert to the Senate in 4 weeks.
Point of order. Point of order.
Yes, the Civil Senator Ningi, what order?
Order 42, Mr. President.
Yes.
And by your leave, can I read?
Proceed.
By the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President of the Senate, a senator may make a personal explanation, although there will be no question before the Senate, but no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debate arise upon the explanation. The terms of the proposed statement shall be submitted in details to the President of the Senate when his leave to make a thought. Mr. President, I was before you this morning, and I brought a matter that is a little bit disturbing, and that has to do with the process of law making. Mr. President, we've been indicted with news, even by the main media, that this Senate has before it a proposal for one single day election, a proposal for the shift of dates. Mr. Senate President, I am a member of this electoral committee and an all legislature. The lawmaking is a very long process. We had the second reading of the Electoral Act, and it's submitted to the committee. Mr. President, in the last 1.5 years, we have been having series of public hearings and retreats that span across all over the country. Mr. President, before any news media takes the issue of NAS, the subcommittees of the Senate and the subcommittee of the House must submit its report formally. And that report is debated. And when that report is debated and accepted, that is when the media say there is a proposal before the NAS that is accepted. Mr. President, on Thursday, we are going to Akwa Ibom to continue with what we have been doing over the last 1.5 years, because we wanted to create an electoral system that is fair and it's good for all the country. So it is wrong for anybody here to say there is a report before the Senate, before the House of Representatives, or before the National Assembly. There are no reports, Mr. President. What is before these two committees, and we work jointly, are proposals from the outcome of various public hearings and retreats. Before anybody accepts any report, our committee will have to now put our report forward. And that is why you now say there is a report, there is a proposal, and there is acceptance. So it is important to guide the general public about the process of lawmaking. It is long, tedious, and rigorous. I thought, as a member of the Electoral Committee, I must make this submission clearly. Nothing before the National Assembly yet. There is nothing before the National Assembly. Yes, there are things before the Joint Committees on Electoral Act, but not the National Assembly. I hope we'll be guided, Mr. President.
Distinguished Senator Ningi, thank you. I must commend you for this clarification. It's important for people to know that lawmaking has its own processes. We have not reached a point where any committee report on Electoral Act amendment has been submitted to the Senate or to the National Assembly. When we get there, we shall discuss. So it's important that from time to time, the media team of the National Assembly, that is the House of Representatives inclusive, try to educate the public because there is a lot of misinformation out there. But the misinformation is also slightly positive in the sense that it shows the public's interest in what we are doing here. And now they look forward to the amendment. Thank you for the clarification. Yes, Senator Anyeka Mbasi.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Senator Anyeka Mbasi, Akwa Ibom Northeast.